What's happening, people? Welcome to Saeed TV and welcome back to another episode of the Manc Talk. Man like Steve's in the building.
Yeah,
How
man,
man, you alright?
spud me, G.
None of that stuff, you know what I mean? That's
last season.
That's last season stuff, you know what I mean? You don't remember that.
Spudding.
Yeah, man. But how are you doing anyway, man?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Manchester's rain,
Look at that,
pissing
as soon
down.
as I come in, the sun's out now.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? Thunderstop. You know what it is, yeah? I was literally about to come, when you messaged me now, I come out, it was nice and normal, and then boom, I just say, flipping out, look like Baghdad, man.
Thundering, yeah, bombs going off and everything, man, it's crazy.
Honestly, man, and then, oh my days, but we just about made it, you know what I mean? Dodged it like City dodged all the UEFA fines and all that.
Sure.
By the way, there's some still going around, man, them emails, but how do people get them emails, by the way?
Nah, listen, it's all been sorted out. Listen, you can't go to court with hacked emails, yeah, and then don't stand up in court. Whether what's happened. We're not guilty, yeah. All these people who from these like shit journalist channels that are losing money and all that, looking at a way to make some dough, just put it out there. But
yeah, of course.
You look at them the other night. One of the claims was from the year before FFP started, so that's a load of nonsense. And like you say, them emails ain't going to stand up in court. Man City know what they're doing. They've spent a lot of money on it. Yeah. We're not guilty. That means not guilty. So if we was in court or I was in strange ways, I'd be released, man. I'd be released. He's wearing a wire. He works for UEFA, so you've got to watch what you're going to say, yeah? But listen, Man City ain't guilty. Concentrate on your own teams, innit? Yeah. Don't worry about us. We're living good in Manchester. The bills are getting paid. The roof's not leaking. There's no rats on the pitch.
We're sorted out now.
The training ground's looking spot on. The women don't have to wash their own kit, and there's plenty of money in the transfer fund. Don't worry about Man City and FFP. Don't worry about it.
Oh, listen, it wouldn't surprise me if Man United and City women would probably play the same stadium. You know what I mean? It wouldn't surprise me, man.
No, because you wouldn't be able to afford the rent, would you? You know what I mean? We'd say, come and play in our stadium, and you'd be like, yeah, we'll pay you next month. It's like, nah, mate, you're Man United, mate. You don't pay your bills, man. Don't pay your bills. Innit?
But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you subscribe to Big Steve and CFC. You know, since we finished that party, and then as soon as I got on the train back to Manchester, yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signed the deal.
I know, that was like karma for you, that. One night, listen, Friday night was all good. He was looking fresh. Yeah. He had his trim. He was boogieing on the dance floor.
Man.
Life didn't get any better than that for Saeed. And then he woke up in the morning and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had signed a 4-year contract. The guy was suicidal. We had to phone the helpline. You know what I mean? Get him a little information pack.
I was distraught, man. I was literally distraught. And then I told me, you know what I mean, just going, you know, Tommy's the worst person to kind of like put it on you because bless him, told me he's had too much stick, yeah. So he was there just like trying to record me. I was like, listen, mate, you know, I'll get that phone off you and I'll throw it out the window.
Fans are thirsty for anything, so they're trying to get anything
on
you, man.
My days, you know. You know when you look at you, obviously you're a City fan and whatnot, like pros and cons, you know what I mean? I want you to give it to me because personally, you know me, I'm not happy. I don't think he'll challenge Klopp, Tuchel and what's his name, Guardiola. I think that's far, but when you look at the squad and when you look at his building right now, did he deserve that?
Listen, it was all banter for us. The City fans wanted Ole at the wheel and all that. Yeah. It's fine. But I think last season, he did actually take it up a little bit of a level. Yeah. I know it's not the attractive football the Man United fans are baying for, but look, Van Gaal, Mourinho, they've all come, they've all tried. It's not going to be like that anymore. Alex Ferguson generation was a generational thing. Yeah. You've got to forget that. And if you're looking at Man United now and thinking, are they improving as a team? With them additions, it's another 100-odd million spent. Varane, is he going to improve the team? 100%. Will he get the best out of Maguire? Yeah. So you've probably killed two birds there. You've probably added to Maguire's game. You've probably added to your own back four. Sancho, great young talent, fantastic player, exciting. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm expecting Man United to have a good season. I do think they've improved. And Solskjaer, I mean, if he was one of these managers ranting and raving on the touchline, would people take to him more? Because he smiles and that's just his personality.
I think City fans I was at your party and every single City fan was like, I like Ole.
Yeah, well, listen, I can't hate Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for Man United was a great player. He scored goals, he's respectful. You know, even when in the Manchester derbies, he's never said anything wrong to City fans. So City fans are just like, it is what it is. Are we worried about him? No. But
that's the problem though. That's why I'm like, You know what I mean? It's always that kind of thing where you know that person.
Mate, I was absolutely worried about Jose Mourinho when you got him.
How did that work out?
Jose Mourinho, Man United,
Guardiola.
It's going off this.
Yeah.
He was just, Guardiola just took him to the cleaners, man.
Yeah.
And then Van Gaal sort of started to do things where you thought, he could get results, but and then you look at Ollie, and I think the time's come now with United where they've just got to stop chopping and changing. They've gone, right, this is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, there's a 4-year contract, this is what we're going to be. And I think the fans moaning about it, it's not going to get you anywhere. So you've either just got to get behind him. They've given the money.
They have given the money now. There's no excuses now, is there? You know what I mean?
No.
We always, we take the mick out of you guys, and we always say you guys are buying the league and all that. Now I think, United have spent more in the last how many years? So since 2019.
You spent over $1 billion trying to win the Premier League now.
Yeah.
So that at least we've got trophies to show for it. At the minute, you guys haven't. They've thrown another 100 odd million at this window. The squad on paper, United squad on paper, it's up there with.
Do you think it should be challenging for the league?
100%. You challenged last year for about 2 weeks. You was up on the Big Six show looking down on us and cheering and all that. So this year
it was good, man. It was good while it lasted.
You know what I mean? But listen, he's got no excuses. And if you're not there or thereabouts at Christmas time, it could be getting a bit sticky for him, I think.
That's true, because I feel like for me now, I'm glad that in a certain way he's got the contract because, and hear me out by the way, because now everyone's excuses now will stop. Nobody's kind of saying now he's just that kind of manager everyone feels sorry for now. Now he's got the contract. He's now gone from renting the house to now owning the house. Like he's there now. Don't feel like you're happy to be there now. Just stamp your authority in there and then say, you know what, I'm going to take this now and I'm going to take it to the next level. Because the worry for me, what I've got is, you can have all the tools, but can you use them? Can he? Last season he lost to them Yellow Submarines. Let's be real. You were laughing. Unai Emery schooled him, and that's the difference for me. In this game, you'll know it by anyone. You know what I mean? Tactically, you've got to be on spot.
You have, and I think that's where he falls down a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes when United, the game plan's not going their way, and you're looking at Ollie for inspiration, and he doesn't do it. Where City, I've seen Guardiola, like we've gone in at Liverpool. And we've not had the best half. He's come out second half.
And I think it was 4-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, tinkered with it, boom, blitzed them. And there's little things like that with Guardiola. But listen, we're happy on the blue side with our man. We're happy he can do no wrong. You guys, I think a lot more people this season are going to get behind him. A lot of the international fans that follow Man United are just looking from outside the bubble. And they're going, Solskjaer's not the man for us. We're used to get rid of him. But the guys that are in sort of Manchester bubble now and around...
everything. I think I'll be honest with you, the Matchway fans back Ollie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll be honest because, they see the traditions of the club as backing the manager, and it should be. But where I come with it is the fact that I want to win trophies. I don't want to be, it feels like we're the noisy neighbours now. How it flipped, like you guys were doing the thing. We're the noisy neighbours now.
People can label Man City with the money all they want, but at the end of the day, Man City has won 10 trophies in the last 4 years. Man City are turning over their own dough. Yeah, we needed a bit of money to get it going, but now it's going. It's doing what it's doing. But we're all right from under 11s, 12s up to the first team. Yeah. Loans we're doing, clubs we're buying. It's all looking good. And then when you look at that to the way United's gone, I could be taking the piss. I can take the piss all, but I'm being serious at the end of the day.
Season's not started yet, by the way. It's warming up. It's warming up.
There's no excuses if the pressure's on him now. Yeah. You've signed Sancho. You've signed Varane. All them United fans are in my DMs telling me about what they're going to do and what they're going to do. So the proof's in the pudding.
Proof's in the pudding, exactly.
We'll see.
But to win the league, obviously next season, we've not felt it since 2013, but Alex Ferguson was a special guy. But to win the league, what does it take? Obviously, you being a City fan, you went through that period when you were winning like 10, 15 games on a bounce, 2-1, grinding it out. You look at this team, can they do that? Can you see them doing that? This
is the problem I was saying on the Big Six. Your players have got to be consistent all the time. If you're going to put a title challenge in 38 games, you've got to be consistent. Yeah. There's no use Paul Pogba turning up for 4 games, then disappearing for 6. There's no point Martial playing well in 2 games, then disappearing for 9. That is where you lose your league because you've got to be consistent. So you'd rather have a Paul Pogba ticking along at a 7 out of 10 for 20 games than in play 5, 10 out of 10s and then go missing for the rest. That's what I get with Pogba for me. In our team, I've looked at Yaya Toure put in solid all season, David Silva, De Bruyne. Without them solid key in games. You can't turn up against Burnley away and then when you play Brighton at home, disappear, I think shit like that.
To be fair to him, what I would give him credit for is the fact that our system, you know, I mean, systems are key. You know, with Guardiola, and the problem with us is we're always going to have that where you have them games where players are on form and players are out of form because the system we're in, it doesn't work like that, you know, and. That's what happened again, similar with Phil Foden at the World Cup, you know. In Pep Guardiola's system, it's unbelievable. But when it comes to England and the system's not right and no one knows what they're doing, you know, not that he got found wanting because I think he's a good player, but it doesn't work the same, does it? And I think with Man United is, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his coaching staff have got to get the chemistry right. And if they don't, you know, it could get pear-shaped. You know, we've got a tricky August and October. You have to get through them periods, and I think City have done that last season, where they got through that middle period where they just kept winning and winning and winning, and it was like it's relentless, isn't it?
Yeah, you see, I've watched Man City long enough now to know that when we're on it, I predict it on the Big Six. Yeah. I said then we could go 20 games.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because it's like a machine. Once you get your rhythm in the machine, the rhythm's going all the time, and that's it about rhythm. And I say it last year, people going, oh, you used to talk about rhythm, but it is rhythm. Yeah. If you've got a team that's bouncing and purring and ticking along and doing and getting results week in, it builds confidence. Yeah. And like you say, with United, it was too much stop-start. They went on a good run, the away run they went on.
But the draws, draws are not good enough, are they? No. I don't see City, you know, many draws. You don't. You know, it's kind of like... it's win or nothing in it, and it's just kind of like
United at the minute now, right down today, squad-wise, are in a better position than us. I think.
Yeah,
we need a striker. It's all right saying you won the league and all that, but we need a striker. Everyone else is strengthening.
What's happening with City in a minute? It's quiet, man. Sadly, he's getting a bit of stick on Twitter. You know, and all these little kids online
don't listen to these bullshit accounts on Twitter. There, nobody. Dave down the road has not got a phone to Guardiola, so he hasn't spoke to him in the bruiser. It's don't happen. Just believe it when you see it.
Man City, Ellsworth.
I know he was in Ellsworth, yeah. Man City are working behind the scenes, obviously. We know it. Khaldoon said in his interview at the end of the season that, you know, we're going to have to strengthen.
Yeah.
So it's coming, but if you're going for the best players in the world, they don't just roll over and come straight away. There's big key things to be done. Teams aren't going to sell them their best players without replacing them. So they might say, the Grealish deal's done, but Villa might be like, right, but we've got to get this deal over the line.
They want to get Leon Bailey from Bayer Leverkusen, and that for me is a very, very good replacement. And if they get him for about 30-40 million, that's 60 million profit if Thingy, you know, costs 100 million. But again, it's like, you know, what do you think is a priority? Because Harry Kane, there's a bit of a limbo. Is he going? Is he not going? Will you guys spend 150 for him and then 100?
I can't see us spending 150 on Kane. It's just the wrong age for that kind of outlay. I just can't see it. You might as well go in for Haaland, and you've got 10 years of a player who's only going to increase in value. If you buy Kane now at the maximum, he's only going to decrease in value. So for me, but look, I'm not Pep. I don't know. He might pull Harry Kane out the hat and say, look, we're going with Kane. It's like, okay, let's do it. But
and Tottenham have got to be reasonable as well. You don't want a player who doesn't want to be there, and then you can get some money out of him because they're struggling to buy Christian Romero.
Yeah, but Tottenham have had this before. They sold Gareth Bale, got a big lump of money, and spunked it on shit. Yeah. So Levy's thinking, hold on a minute, do we do the same again? Do we get rid of Kane? Then the pressure's straight on Tottenham. Then you've lost your leading assists in the Premier League. You've lost 30 goals a season, 25 goals a season. Then the pressure's on Nuno to find a replacement. How do you find a replacement for Harry Kane? That's like us. We're finding a replacement for Sergio Aguero. We want Harry Kane. We take Harry Kane. Who they get? Yeah, if they want 30 goals, they've got to spend 100 million. You know, unless they get a freak striker who they take a gamble on, who turns out to be bang on. You know what I mean? But,
no, 100%. I just think, you know, City, obviously they played last night. You know, did Guardiola speak after the game, or did he?
I didn't see it. It was on that City TV. It was like watching the telly in the 80s. It's fucking shit, mate. I know Sheikh Mansour's got a lot of dough, mate, but put some money into City TV because I'm paying £2 a month for that. I expect to watch the game. All the players look like Minecraft men. They all had square heads and that running around. It was fucking proper shit, man.
That is rubbish, man.
So it was like, it was a nightmare. But we won. He got a load of young kids in.
Yeah.
Some promising kids in there. Mahrez looked like he was sweating the Greek holiday out of him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, of course.
But it is what it is. But I'm a bit worried because we've got Preston last night. We've got Barnsley Saturday, which has been rearranged. Then it's Charity Shield.
That is true. You know, there's
so
is that 2 weeks then, or?
Yeah, man, it's right on us, and I'm thinking,
Who you played Championship with?
Leicester.
Oh, Leicester, yeah. And they've got a good squad, by the way, you know what I mean? They're not going to be no easy feat, but it's almost as if Man City are buying their time with this. They're trying to look and see, because, you know, before it was splash the cash, now it's kind of more reserved. You know, we've learned our lessons now.
We can afford to be like that now. A different club. You know, in the early days, we had to go out there a bit gung-ho and bully teams a little bit. Now we don't. People look at the project with Guardiola, look at the team, and think, you know what, that's a great side, that's a great manager, and that's a great place to play football.
Yeah.
Whereas before that, it was like, how long's this sheet going to be here? You know, is this just going to be? Are we going to get a load of mercenaries together? Are we going to be? You know, and it didn't. But now you look at it, and we're not like that. No matter what people think, it ain't like that. It's a good setup.
So anyone leaving as well? Is anyone leaving it too? Bernardo heard that. I
think if Grealish comes in, Bernardo will go, because I just don't see where he gets in the side as well. I think he'll go. It's a shame to see him go, but last few years he's not been as good. But that's not his own fault. If he plays in the centre, where he did the season before that when we won the league, then you've got a great player. You're pushing him out wide, it's not really him. Great work rate and that fantastic player, and he'll go somewhere and he'll be absolutely brilliant. So I think I can see Bernardo going. Mendy played last night, didn't look too bad. This has got to be either Mendy goes this summer or this is last season. You know what I mean? Because
I thought he was good after that time when Guardiola just went. You know, when he got spun by James, and then Guardiola just put his hands in his face, like, as if to say, you know, I don't know how he survived this long. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mendy, but
it's looking like Zinchenko's staying now 100%. I mean,
he's a good utility player. Though. He played well in the Euros.
He is.
You know what I mean?
And
what about Sterling? Because Sterling contract's a bit of a funny one, because they're still not sorting it out, and he's asking for good money. You know, is he worth that? Is he, you know, because I still think for me he's a quality player, and I think, you know, he's giving the City so much. That
towards the end of last season, he was struggling a little bit, confidence-wise, whatever. It wasn't coming off for him. Everything he was trying to do wasn't coming off, and a lot
of good Euros, man.
He did. He had a great Euros. So what I'd be saying to him is, you want to get this contract over the line. Let's see these first 10 games of the season, hit the ground running, same as a Euro, show everyone what you can do, and let's do it. But, you know, I don't know.
But it's a quiet transfer window, man. It's you know, Arsenal are kind of doing their little bit. Chelsea, you know, they're getting Kunde, you know, that's a good signing for them, but not really anything about Haaland.
No.
They're if they're going to buy Haaland, it definitely has to be summer, and they're looking like they want to do that.
Don't you think that the last transfer window took a lot out of Chelsea?
Yeah, it did. 200 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, you know, and they've had a season where no one's had any gate receipts, so everyone's bank accounts are a bit low.
Yeah.
It's all right with Abramovich, say we City, but, you know, I think last season, you know, took a bit of a chunk out of it. You know, I think it's all there.
Of course, you know, and that's what will be the case next season. Who's the best prepared? You know, who has a fast start? It's gonna be an interesting one, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, we'll do our predictions or whatnot for that, but again, you know, we're discussing it. A lot of teams now have got big expectations now. United, you know, can they march on? Can they do now with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? For me, it's a big season, you know, and it's now or never for me with Ole. City, you know, they're taking their time with it. It feels to me that last 2 weeks of the window, you know, back in the day when you used to have Sky Sports News, it used to be belted, doesn't it? Yeah. I feel like it's gearing towards that Sky Sports News, coffee, watch it all day, and then you find out.
Yeah, transfer deadline days recently have been a bit tame, innit?
Yeah, exactly. So
I can't wait to see Harry Kane in the Etihad car park waiting to sign. You know what I mean?
That.
You never know, do
you? You know what I mean? And Jack Grealish on one day.
Yeah, just drive.
You know, if they get a few sales in there, you never know, man. It can be possible. If they, you know, it's 250 million.
Don't forget, City's raised a lot of money this summer.
Yep.
Letting a few of the youth players go.
Yeah, the match.
Chopping a few.
Of course,
chopping a few people off the wage bill. We've got the Sancho money coming. As well. You know, we've signed. I think we're going to sell that Illich kid to Verona for like 10 million. Do you know what I mean? So we're making.
Never seen him play. I was getting 10 million out of that.
He's been on loan there in Verona.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Serbian. We signed 2 twins. I think Serbian.
Yeah. I don't know about a Serbian winger that you bought. That we were trying to get.
He's gone on loan to.
Back to where he was.
No. He went there, but they took him back. He's gone on loan somewhere. Stefanovic, innit?
Yeah, Stefanovic. Yeah.
He's gone on loan somewhere for 2 years. It might be somewhere like in Portugal. I'm not
and
sure.
Ferran Torres looks like a new sign anyway because you've already played him, so I think that's under the radar as well. So
I think he could end up being a striker as well.
Yeah, he could do.
You know what I
mean? And then maybe you just get Jack Grealish in and you just force the ball into the net. It's a Pep Guardiola way, innit? You know what I mean? So if you win it like that again, mate,
it is quiet, you know, and the longer it keeps going on, the City fans are getting more impatient. There's a lot of young kids out there that want transfer activity, get that. But look, it doesn't work like that when you're at these big sides now. You're only ever going to sign 1 or 2 a season. It's not going to be a big gung-ho spree.
True.
You know what I mean?
And for us, I think this is probably going to be our last big season, because next season we'll have a squad that is still there to challenge, and it's about, again...
What you're saying about Pogba with the contract?
Well, there you go then. For me, I'd keep him, because at the end of the day...
But
if you want to win the league, though...
Keep him?
Sorry?
Are the Glazers going to keep him? They're going to cash in?
I think they'll cash him, because apparently he's rejected a contract. That's what's reported out there. For me, the reason why I'd keep him is because, for me, if you want to win the league, you keep your best players. City, when was the last time you sold a prominent player? Obviously, you got Aguero leaving.
The only one's Leroy Sané.
Leroy Sané, but then again, you know what I mean? It's like
money on him,
you had Sterling and Mahrez.
Yeah.
So it's not as if
and look how his career's turned up now.
There you go. Sometimes they say the grass is greener on the side, but listen, you know what I mean? He's not first team anymore for them.
Definitely be greener for Pogba, because your grass is fucked. The rats keep eating it. So if he goes Paris Saint-Germain, the pitch will be absolutely fucking splendid.
If they want to take him, do it quickly. But my problem is I don't trust the ball to replace him. And for me, I think the league has won a loss in the midfield. I really do. But
United could get 50 million for Pogba and go on buy Grealish.
They could do, but. It don't make sense for Man United to do that. That's the problem. It made sense for Varane, it was on a 1-year contract. It made sense for Sancho because they were chasing him last year. These two signings, that's why for me I don't give that much credit to the owners, because they were already there in the making. Varane, 1 year left his contract, price about revenue.
But like you said, Varane's a good player.
Very good player.
And he's better than what you've got, so you've improved your team at 100%. But let's just see it. I mean, there's a few pundits now starting to slate him a bit, saying, he's alright in Spain and all that. I don't believe all that.
Oh man, talk spoiling it though. Today, did you hear about Wan-Bissaka?
No.
They're saying he's not a good defender and all that, and that's like,
he's actually a great defender.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
He was asking him to get up and down that pitch.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think there's certain things like position-wise and alertness. I'm like, no, but they said he's not. I think it was Charlie Austin. No. He goes against QPR. It was again. If you took one game for context, then every player wouldn't be that good. But
you look at like Raheem Sterling, he always struggles.
Well, there you go. Then 1v1 is unbelievable. Yeah, defensively, I think it's got very, very good attributes, but it's also things that he needs to work on. But again, he's only 22. He's still got time to develop. But again. Kyle Walker wasn't the best at 22. He was erratic at Tottenham sometimes.
Still erratic now, Kyle Walker.
But there you go then. Uses exactly. Then what does Wan-Bissaka do? He gets himself out with his spider legs.
You look at Manchester City's defence last season.
Yeah.
One signing turned that defence into a wall.
Yeah.
Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
If Varane comes in there, the whole back four could get a lift.
Yeah.
And then if you look at United's back four, Bissaka, Shaw, Maguire, and Varane. It's not actually a bad back four, so
exactly.
Let judge Bissaka this season, innit? When he's got Varane behind him, covering him, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not Lindelof or Bailey or someone who's along at the back.
Exactly. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. People, Manc talk. I don't know what episode it is, but shout out to everybody who's tuning in. You know what I mean? The last one got good numbers, man. You know what I mean?
He did. He got some really good numbers.
Yeah, man. Big up to everybody tuning in. The only, Manchester talk you're going to get is straight up talk, no messing around. Just can't wait till the season starts.
There's no other YouTube channels. There's a Man City and a Man United fan sat together on the same fucking table, so you don't know how lucky you are.
Yeah.
When the season starts, we have to put a cage.
Yeah, we have to get sort something out. You know what I mean?
It is what it is at the minute. But keep supporting the channel. Keep following Saeed, myself.
Yeah, man. Make sure,
we'll keep doing it, innit?
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Big Steve TMC. We've got Terrace Coma there, you know what I mean? Make sure you go and get that. Link is in the description for that one. You get 10%. Is it 10% there?
Yeah, first order 10%. United fans, you get charged an extra 10%. So it's what it is now.
Alright then, no worries then. But yeah, people, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye. Peace.